Welcome to From the Ground Up. This podcast is about creating a strong foundation for building a life, a family, a business, and everything that goes into making it last. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Jen DeVito, owner of Evolution General Contracting, and welcome back to From the Ground Up. Today, I'm going to introduce you to my personal trainer who has become one of my very close friends over the years. She's helped me through my divorce, through training, and through friendship. She's helped me and all my employees at Evolution, and I'm excited to introduce you to her. Lorraine, thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So let's start with your background. How did you get into personal training?
I got into personal training. I was probably in my mid-30s, had young children. I suffered from a lot of anxiety. And one day I just got up and I was like, I'm going to go for a run. I've never ran a day in my life. I ran 3 miles. I loved it. And from there, I just started doing half marathons, triathlons, had a love for it, met great people. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go back and become a personal trainer. It's something that I found a love for.
That's great. Yeah. So you didn't go to school for this?
Well, I went, no.
But when you were older,
no, before this, I did medical billing.
Oh, wow.
I scheduled surgeries. I was a schedule coordinator. And I loved it. And I was like, so I got certified, went to Hofstra, got certified, and continued my certifications. And I love it. I love it.
That is great. I didn't even know that about how you got into it. And it's just another example of someone who made a career change in life and it ended up helping them find what they love, which is what I am all about. And I want people to hear just another example.
Yeah, it was great. I'm happy I did it.
That's great. So you've seen a lot of clients over the years. What separates people who achieve lasting results from those who keep starting over?
I would probably say discipline. Discipline would be the most, you have to have discipline. You know, it changes your life. So, and with that discipline comes a life change. It becomes a lifestyle. It becomes a habit.
Yep.
So I wouldn't know any other way, but it took me discipline to eat right, discipline to show up for myself, discipline to train.
Yep.
And then it just became a way of life. You don't know any other way. So
and
definitely.
I think that it doesn't come easy for people,
the
discipline. And I think that a lot of people struggle to find the time or to get into it. So here at Evolution now, because of, I used to be very athletic when growing up. I was always into sports in high school. Then you get busy with a career, have kids, and I lost that athletic side of me and I stopped working out. And then my situation happened where, my life made a turn and I was going through a divorce and I turned to working out to help me through that hard time.
Right.
And the harder the event and the harder the workout, the better it helped me mentally and the stronger it made me to get through that hard time. So that's how that unfortunate situation forced me into this routine that I wasn't in. And then I was able to see those results and have the lifestyle change. And I will never go back now. But what I love is that now you have always trained me, so 4 days a week, and now we have brought that to Evolution, and you train me and my employees 3 or 4 days a week.
Yep.
And I love that we're introducing this to them or to, some people have a routine, but a lot of people don't. And I love that we're introducing it to them. How do you train anybody else's employees and how do you?
You're the first. I love walking in here and I'm like going up to the office. I'm like, all right, break time, everybody. Come on, we got to train. But they look forward to it. I think that's wonderful that you do that for them. Like that, it's so important.
Yeah.
It's so important. And they love it. That's like their break of the day. And,
I know.
and you can see how much they appreciate it,
Yeah.
from you. So it's a good thing.
And it's a great bonding experience.
Yeah.
It's good all around.
Everybody's like so serious up in that office. And I'm like, all right, we got to break this seriousness. Then down here, we goof around, we train, everybody's talking, they're getting to know each other.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, you have a very busy business,
Yes.
you know?
But I think it's, I think there's this mentality out there by business owners where you have to make sure you're getting like every second out of your employees, like productivity wise. And I think that it's same with me. Could I work, 20-hour days and not be social and not work out and not, I could, but I think I'm a better, well-rounded person by doing these things other than work. And I think that it helps everybody here too.
Right. It's all about balance. Even when I go up to the girls, they're like, oh, we're so busy. Oh, I'm like, all right, come on, take a break. You'll come back a better person.
Yes.
Go take a break from that computer and then come back and your mind will be more clear.
Yep.
And they're like, you know what? You're 100% right. Come on, you'll do better for Jen walking away from that computer.
Yeah. It's
so,
great.
and they do. And they're like, wow, I feel so much better. And they'll go back and like, see, I told you.
Yeah. And then that's why week after week, then we get, more and more of the employees consistently coming.
Right.
And it's great.
Yeah, it's hard. Listen, discipline is definitely, it's definitely hard, but you have to like go into it with the mindset of, I'm going to be the best version of myself today. How can I be the best version of myself? What can I do for myself? Because obviously that's what makes you and you so successful, because you do take care of yourself. You're a single mom, you run your business, but you take the time, you compete, you train, you take that time for yourself, you eat good.
Yeah.
So yeah, life does get in the way. And I agree with you 100%. I'll work 13-hour days, but I am still disciplined enough to say, what do I have to give myself today?
Yeah.
My mind, my body, everything.
Yep.
And it has changed my life, like, in every aspect.
Yeah.
So it definitely is. Everybody says, yeah, I'm busy. I don't have time. I don't have time. The first thing you have to do is get rid of that excuse.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that.
I'll be exhausted, but I'll still train at 8:00 at night.
Yep.
Give myself something. Maybe I won't be 100%.
Right.
And like you said, I don't feel like it. Trust me, there's times that I don't. Thank God for my friends and that I have at the gym. And just like I have people to pull me through.
Yes.
They'll be like, come on, Lorraine, we got to work out.
That accountability is huge.
Yes.
That's like here, the fact that we're doing it all. Because even for me, if it was just me and you, and listen, if it was you coming here, then I would do it. But if it was just me without you, without the employees, I would be like, oh, I'd probably be like, yeah, I'll do it later. Or let me finish this estimate and then I'll do it. Let me do this meeting and then I probably wouldn't do it. So that accountability and finding people who have similar interests to you and similar mindset is so important.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
So, and we just touched on some things about how has fitness changed people's lives beyond just losing weight?
I think it mental and physical strength is so important. I've trained a lot of women newly divorced, going through a really hard time in their life. And it's like, okay, let's start working out. Start feeling good about you. Now, when you have to push through that workout or push through that HIIT train and I can't do it, don't say you can't do it. You can do it. And by them continually doing that, you find this mental strength. And when you have mental and physical strength, I could believe you can conquer anything.
I agree.
So that's what I feel is my greatest gift to people. Like, find your potential. Find who you are. We all have it. It's just if we choose to find it or not.
I agree with you.
I
think we all do have it.
And it has changed so many lives, including mine. Look, I got up and ran one day and then that was it. And then by me pushing myself and finding that mental and physical strength, I never suffered from anything again. I know what I need to give myself as a person.
Yep.
And, I have to continue to show up for myself every day and show up for, my clients and my friends.
I know for me, I got into endurance events because, of course, I go, extreme.
Oh, 0 to 60.
I
Yeah.
have to be extreme. So I couldn't just, run 3 miles. I needed to sign
know.
up for
Ultra.
29029, which is 29,029 feet is the height of Everest.
Right.
So there's our events that Jesse Itzler owns, and he runs them across the United States, and you have 36 hours to hike up the mountain and take the gondola down, the equivalent to Everest.
Right.
And I was signed up for that, and I trained through my divorce, and I went to Stratton Mountain, and I did it. I achieved it. I did it. It took me 32 hours, and I slept for 1 hour, and I accomplished that. And it was an incredible experience. That was the hardest thing I had ever done by far. And the mental strength that I gained from that
absolutely
was just a whole nother level. And it's crazy how, we talk a lot about, it's like the world, the universe puts you where you are supposed to be.
Yeah.
And from these endurance events, I've done 2 of those 29029s. I've done a half Ironman now. I've done 3 high rocks.
Yeah.
And I've done a bunch of other things. And through that 29029, I knew at the time that the physical pain that I was going through was nothing compared to the emotional pain that I was going through at home. And that pain and that achievement and the mental strength that I came out off the mountain with, it just put me on a whole different trajectory.
It does.
It was insane. And then I've used that now just naturally in, being a mom in my business, and having that strength has definitely gotten me to higher and higher levels.
And it's definitely something I believe that you have to practice.
Oh, yeah.
Like you experience it, right, for a second. You're on that mountain and you experience it. But that can also fade away.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something now you say, I never want to lose this.
Yep.
So I want to experience this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep this. How do I make this stronger? How do I get better at this? How do I grow?
Yep.
If you can wake up with that mindset of, what is my greatest potential? How can I be a better me today?
Mm-hmm.
Little things, just all little things.
And that's why I like to have something scheduled on the calendar to know that I always have the next challenge. So I actually, right now, we're going to do a double.
Yes, we are. I look forward to it.
Me too. But
I'm a little scared.
No,
you're my hardest one to tame, actually. You are.
We're going to do so good. But I am looking for my next big event.
Right.
And I have not an issue, but I don't like something that I already achieved. I don't want to do again. I want the next challenge. I want the next thing. So I'm working on that, and I'm excited to see what I pick next. Also, timing has to be right. I continuously work out, love the high rocks, but I do want to put in some extra training on one of these things. And now really isn't the time because of the growth phase that our business is in.
Right.
So, but I'm thinking about it, and I can't wait to pick
You'll
that.
have something. I can't wait for the day I walk in here and you tell me. I'm like,
Yep.
That's what we're training for now.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's one lesson you learned as a personal trainer that applies to every area of your life?
Show up.
Oh,
I
like
show
that.
up for myself every day. I have to. So again, same thing what I said. I show up, and when I wake up in the morning, I just say, how can I be a better me?
Mm-hmm.
What can I do for me? Like for my growth, for my mental health, my physical health. Like I just want to be, I feel like if I am the best version of myself,
Mm-hmm.
I can authentically give that to my friends, right? The people I love.
Yep.
So yeah, you have to show up for yourself.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah.
We've talked about with a bunch of people who have come on the podcast that similar concept, and people have asked me, what is one of the main things you look for in hiring an employee?
Mm-hmm.
And my answer is that they have a willingness and want to learn and grow.
Right.
And I think that that's the key to success. And it doesn't matter how old you are. You should be learning every single day for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. And even just like, every business wise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Education, but also personal.
Yes.
Growth is infinite
Mm-hmm.
within us.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always looking forward to see that better version of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I strive for that. That is like my biggest accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
I'm still learning what's my tricep.
Yeah. Yes. Well, that's why you have me.
Exactly. I got two
Yeah.
triceps.
Where's my tricep? Don't worry, I got you on that one.
To worry about. Okay. What is your favorite endurance event that you've done?
I would probably say High Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I did a marathon. I'll never do another one again.
Yeah.
I would definitely say High Rocks. Yeah, by far.
And have you done all three? Singles, doubles, mixed
Yeah,
doubles?
I've done mixed doubles, a double, yep, women's double, and singles.
Single.
Yep.
Which is your favorite out of all three?
I would probably say I trained the hardest for my mixed double.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to disappoint my partner.
Uh-huh.
And I probably mentally and physically trained the hardest for that one. And that's where I injured myself.
I know, right.
I tore my hamstring.
Yep.
But I still finished.
Yep.
And now I'm recovering from that.
Yep.
And, you get through it.
Mm-hmm.
And we will do another double,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. And I'll be
Yes.
ready for it. But yes.
I know. I've done all three as well. And I love each one of them for different reasons.
Right.
And it's just...
They all meant something
Yes,
different.
exactly.
For me, my single, it was like, how much better can I get?
Mhm.
My women's double I did for one of my clients. She wanted to do it.
Mhm.
And I said, okay, I'll do a
Yep.
mixed double. And it was her 1 year anniversary after beating breast cancer.
Oh, wow.
So
That's great.
it
Yep.
meant a lot for her.
Mhm.
So I was glad to be by her side for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mixed double was,
Yep.
I was like, okay, I have to show up for this
Yes.
person. I will
Right.
not.
Yes.
It's just, I will not disappoint
Yep.
him. And I mean, we finished.
Yeah,
but
you still finished.
Yeah, we finished. It was good. But that one was probably I worked the hardest for.
And I feel like they come always at different times of our life.
Yeah.
And they all do serve a different meaning.
Absolutely.
I love it. And yeah, Lorraine's a certified High Rocks trainer.
Yeah.
And yeah, her classes, they're unbelievable. They are.
I'm so excited you come and see
I know. I can't wait.
I know.
They're hard. The workouts
Yeah.
are hard, but High Rocks is great because everybody knows CrossFit, but High Rocks is great because I feel like more people can get into it easier than CrossFit.
Absolutely.
CrossFit was more of this, workout that required different techniques that were
Right.
trickier. And I think a lot more people worried about getting injured.
Right.
Where High Rocks, like here at the office, I want to do a relay.
Right.
So I feel like there are so many things, no matter your age, High Rocks is so achievable. And the time that you finish doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You see people 70, 80 years old doing it. I'm like, that's incredible.
I want to do a mixed double with my architect.
Yep.
I feel like he would love it and introduce him to that.
Mhm.
I want to do them with my team here. I would love to
Relay.
do one with Lauren, a double. I would
Yep.
love to do a relay with the whole team. I think it's a great activity and competition for everyone.
Right. Absolutely.
So, do you have anything on your bucket list personally and
Oh man.
with working
Jen.
out?
Personally?
Mhm.
Sheesh. I don't know, Jen.
I think about it for a minute.
All right.
I know for me, I want to do another single.
Yes.
When
You
all-
have to do another thing.
All of my events that I've done, I was never in it for the time. I was doing it just for the completion.
Right.
I think a lot of these events, especially the longer ones, High Rocks isn't as long. A lot of the longer endurance events, it's like 80% mental and 20% physical.
Absolutely.
And listen, yes, I'm in shape, but just because of the demand on me from my kids and from my business, I don't have as much time as I would like. I wish I could do two workouts a day. I wish I could train, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. Yes, have rest, but I wish I could do more, run more. And I don't have the time right now to do that.
Right.
So I go into these events, maybe not with as much training as other people, but I didn't care about that. Just
because you have that mindset.
Yes.
You have an extremely strong mindset.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yes.
Like you there's no telling you like you can't do that or why are you doing that. I'm when you were training for stuff, I'm like, you got to train with it. No, I'm fine. And then you conquer it. I'm like, oh my God.
I remember you guys watching me. I wasn't at High Rocks for my half Ironman, and I had never biked before. I had just bought that.
Was amazing.
Bike. Yeah, like two months probably prior to.
But do you see how that mindset pushed you through? So you're right, 80% mindset.
That's what I think. So that's why I've always gone into them for the mindset and to conquer something that I knew was going to be hard and just give it my best shot. And I didn't care the time. My goal was always to finish.
Right.
Didn't matter the time. Now that it's been a little while, I've done a bunch of things. I want to go back to High Rocks, do a single, and I would love to be at an hour 15 is what I want to do for a single. So I want to run more again. Like you said, get that time in, and I want to achieve an hour 15 in a single.
But so you already have that in your mind, so you will.
I already know that, yes.
So you have a very strong mindset, but you're coachable. You're all right with being coached.
Yes, definitely. And like you said, that's how I don't even know my job. I want to be coached.
Yeah.
Because my brain is filled to the max with everything business.
Right.
So I love to have somebody that I can rely on to coach me and help me through these other
I know. I love when I'm training and I'm answering your phone. I'm like, oh, window company. And I'm putting it to you as you're doing your sit-ups. But it works, right?
Exactly.
We do it.
Yes, we do it.
Yeah.
People, I've gotten called out on social media. Oh, I'll be at a video at a job site and they're like, oh, yeah, right. You're not really in construction. You're in your workout clothes.
Oh, no. She just came from working out.
Thank you. Or I'm on my thank you.
Yeah.
Or I'm on my way to the workout.
Right.
Like everything.
Well, that's just people who maybe don't understand how you fit it all in.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to remember people aren't here in your life.
Yeah.
So when you're stopping at that work site, they don't know that you probably just got off the phone and be like, all right, I have to stop at the work site. Meet me at my house in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll be there. And they don't need to know.
Yeah, no.
And
they can judge all they want and write any comments they want, but
just ignore it.
It's real.
Right. But I would love to videotape you the day of life for Jen. Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
Let's get back to your bucket list.
My bucket list.
Personally, do you have a bucket list? I know people talk about this a lot. Is there something that you've been dying to do or, looking forward to doing or want to get to eventually? Do you have anything like that?
I would love to see a lot of parts of America.
Mm-hmm.
I love to hike.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like to get away, little weekends. I wish I could do that more.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a bucket list, but really just to continue just to live that calm, peaceful, kind of go with the flow, and I you could still do that even though life still keeps on throwing stuff at you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a specific bucket list. I just want to continue to keep on just getting stronger and moving forward. And the older I get, I just want to keep on being a better version of me.
Which is great. Yeah. And I mean, that's something I've thought about too, though, in the United States. There are so many places inside, and hiking is what I would love to do. And this actually ties into my next question.
That's what I truly want to do. I would love to hit all the states and just
every state
see the beauty of where we live.
Yes, of this whole country.
Yeah, I think we miss that a lot.
Yup. And I feel like, I love to be with my kids and travel, but, it's hard. They're younger. They can't do the hikes that I want to do.
Or that you can do.
Yes.
Right.
So ties into what I wanted to talk about was adult friendships. I think it's such an issue for a lot of people. I feel like people are looking for a sense of belonging. And I think when we're in high school and college, it's easy. You're around all these people and you find your group and you're with them. But then once you grow up, get a career, have kids, I think that sometimes we end up going on this path and we get,
You grow apart.
yes, and we get lonelier without realizing, because we also have less time, and it just happens. And for me, it happened to me.
Right.
I didn't realize it while I was in my marriage, but it ended up being more just us and our kids. And we did less and less with people. And now I'm in a completely different place where I've met so many people through these different activities that I love, different hobbies.
Right.
And that's one thing I wanted to ask you about. In High Rocks, do you see friendships being built through it? Do you see?
Well, look at us.
I know.
And look at our group. We all.
And it's grown.
Oh, it's grown. It's grown great. And yeah, they have been probably some of the best relationships I've had. So yeah, you guys all mean so much to me, and you see who you mix with.
Yes.
You see who belongs. But as you grow older too, you realize your time is important, and you want to spend it with the right people.
Yep. I love this whole concept with High Rocks of, like, New York City was great because it's right here. It's local. My kids came, saw me, and they saw me achieve, that race and finish it. And that was great. But the other High Rocks I've done, because they're all across the world,
Right.
but going to Chicago, going to DC, you've gone to Miami, you've gone to
Chicago, Boston. Yeah.
It's another cool part of it where it's like
because we travel,
Yes.
and then afterwards we all hang out together.
Exactly.
We have memories, and we see the cities that we're
Yes.
in. It's been, I'm telling you, it's been like the best experience for me.
Yeah. And a lot of these friendships have started for me because a woman that I knew from my entrepreneur group recommended me to come see you at Energy in St. James, and where you guys were doing these High Rocks classes. And there happens to be an Energy right across the street from me in Fort Salonga. And now too, even my employees, they're like, oh, they know the Energy in Rockville Center.
Yep.
Right. And Nick was at Energy in
Miller Place. Yep.
So they're all over, and they have the High Rocks classes. And I just want to encourage everybody to, if you're interested in a way to find new people to,
and find your potential.
Exactly. To, look into it. And it's definitely a big thing. And I don't think it's going away. Like, I think CrossFit
I think
High
it's
Rocks
going to be here for a while. I hope so.
Me too.
It's a great thing, but
I think so too.
There will always be something else, Jen.
I know, that's for sure.
We'll
but
always find something.
We'll have to do the High Rocks cruise.
Yeah.
That
well,
cruise
I
looks
would love
interesting.
to do Europe, make that just a trip for all of us and stay. And
Yep, I agree.
So, you never know.
Nope, you never know.
You never know.
But it's great. And it's just to have that and be able to think about these things because we have each other now is great.
Yep.
So, okay. One of my last questions is, for someone who wants to get into working out, but hasn't in a long time or hasn't ever, what would you recommend their first step be?
Just, you have to start somewhere. And if you don't know what to do, don't feel intimidated joining a gym and walking into a group class.
Yep.
It's at one point, everybody there was you.
Yep.
And they had no idea. So the first step is to find that confidence to be a better version of yourself. And you walk in there, you have that mental strength to walk in there and want that for yourself. You don't understand, where's my triceps, where's my quad? You get a trainer. That's what trainers are for, and you continue to just slowly, it's not an overnight.
No, I agree. Right. No, everything takes time. It's
everything
a process.
is a process.
Right before I started this podcast, I was definitely a little nervous.
Right.
I've never, done a podcast before. And I had seen a post by Mel Robbins and Gary Vaynerchuk, and it said, everybody has had a first episode.
Yeah.
Everybody has had a first post. Everybody, there's always episode 1.
Right.
There's always post 1.
Those people didn't walk into that group class being like, oh, I'm here. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
You had to start somewhere.
I didn't know anything. I had no idea what I was doing.
Nope.
No idea.
And we're like, okay. And then, but don't
And I
be
talk
afraid.
about too, I tell all the employees, we just had this conversation last week, how I'm like a living example of, I did not have a lot of upper body strength at all.
No.
I was always trying. Now
Right.
who knows, but I could hardly do 10 wall balls. Now I can do 40.
Right.
I would love to go into a high rocks and try to do, 100 unbroken. But yeah, I had hardly any upper body
Right.
strength when I started.
And it doesn't happen overnight.
No, it's been 3.5 years.
Yeah. And look, I remember when now, like, you're lifting in the training room, your employees I'm like, don't mind Tab. But it was great. You even said that. I didn't have up, and I'm like, no, she did not.
Nope.
So
yeah, it's good. Okay. We like to ask all of our guests this last question. I think that goals are important.
Mm-hmm.
Loving the journey is just as important, but I think having goals to be working towards in life is a great thing to have out there.
Right.
So, do you have any goals that you are working towards personally or in your career for the next week, month, or year?
Well, again, my injury, getting back to where I was.
Yep.
And even coming back even stronger. That is my one goal, to see and change and see how much I can change my physique and better it, right? And my running and to heal. And I just want to come back stronger.
Yep. I mean, listen, injuries were
hard.
thing,
And especially as a trainer who's, you're on your feet, you still have to perform. It was like, I was like, what am I going to do? But again, I was just, it's all how you handle the situation.
Yep.
It's not the situation, it's all how you handle the situation. And I was like, all right, I'm going to let it heal and I'm going to listen. And that was it. So yeah, I guess that would be one of my, besides other personal goals, that will be one of them.
Yes. I love it.
Yep.
Well, thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Jen. I love you.
Love
Thank
you.